Today, I chose to come to the hot tub. Did I want to come to the hot tub at first? Did I want to come to the pool at first? No. I really try to talk myself out of it. I really try to tell myself, let's do this, let's do that, let's sleep in. I mean, obviously I slept in. But do I regret coming? No. The reason why I didn't want to come was I'm one of those individuals that I need my space. I need my alone time. I don't like being around a ton of people, especially when I'm in a mood or when I know I'm trying to recharge. Yet it can be difficult or hard in a sense to really... Ooh. I think that's a wasp. Okay, Spirit, speak. It just crawled out of the pool, but it looks like it's about to die. Damn. Anywho. So I'm one of those persons, I need my space. And this goes into like energy, right? I was actually talking to a friend about this, where it's like people will pull on your energy no matter what, whether it's strangers, whether it's friends, whether it's, just people in your community, right? And so this is where boundaries come in, and where you need to set time for yourself to recharge, however that works for you individually, because everybody has their way of recharging. Some people need to be around people to recharge. I honestly think those people are crazy. I'm the opposite. I need to be completely alone. And if that means for 3 days, that means for 3 days. I've worked on myself enough to understand that that's what helps me function when I am around people, or when I do come out and become this energetic, a childlike, enthusiastic, upbeat, bubbly self, right? Because what people tend to forget is there's many aspects of ourselves. There's not just one straightforward aspect. And if there is, maybe you haven't tapped into yourself enough to understand that there's more to your physical self, right? There's more to your internal self. And for me, there's multiple different aspects of myself. You can call that personality disorder. You can call that just different personalities. You can call that just many versions of yourself. I do strongly believe that I have many versions of myself. There's that upbeat, there's that alter ego Faefae, who's just so enthusiastic, so loving, so caring, so I'm that person that shows up for others to help inspire others, right? And then there's Felicia, who has worked on herself enough to kind of be more just intuitive, more grounded, more just chill. Just like literally just chill like I am right now. You're getting Felicia right now. Yet at the same time, there's that dark aspect of me too, right? There's those characteristics where it's like, I'm bored, I'm moody, I don't give a fuck. That rebellious aspect of myself. And Faefae and Felicia both have that. So that's where like the multiple personalities come in. And it really depends on the situation, the environment, the people, all that, who you're going to get, how I'm going to feel. And this is what I've had to understand about me, myself, and what is triggering me, what is bringing this side of me out, right? It's when I figure that out, it's within all that, right, is when you start to master your craft, I guess you could say. So you master this eternal clock within inside you, right? So me, I know Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are starting to be more of my busier days, right? Starting to be those days where I'm around, a lot more people. I'm a lot more, energetically pulled on. And so it's when Saturday and Sundays come, are when my energies are way lower, way drained, especially currently. And so that's when I usually have to go in, hibernate, recharge, utilize the certain tools that I've utilized, meditation, going out in nature. And sometimes these tools don't necessarily work right away. That's the thing I've learned about myself, because going to the pool, right? The reason why I came out here was I know I love being in water. It helps uplift me. I love being in the sun because it's a form of recharging for me. And also being in nature, also meditating. So yesterday I even had to clean house. So that's another big tool that I do, is I either have to really deep clean my house, rid off sage, the whole energy. And I spoke about this on a video yesterday too. But anywho, utilizing all these tools, right? And sometimes those tools take longer to kick in, especially when you know your energy is being pulled on you for reasons. I'm an influencer, I'm an artist, so I'm in the public eye. So it's not just my friends and my community pulling on me, it's strangers pulling on me. It's, it's a multitude of people. And me being a very powerful Heyoka empath, it's even more intense. And so there's different levels to this. There's different levels to energies that a lot of people don't understand, or they think they understand, but they don't really understand it to within a deeper truth. Because for me, I've done a lot of soul searching, I guess, research, not only on within the external world, so like the web, books, people, right? Experiences, personal experiences. There's my little honeybee, right? But I've also, like, within my meditations, within my tools, and understanding myself within myself, and understanding how this works and how I work and how I tick, it really helps me come to an understanding of me individually, me being this individual who's not like everybody else. And it's not saying that I'm better than everybody else. It's not saying that I'm just on this high mighty horse and I'm in my fucking ego type shit. Because there's a healthy ego and there's a negative ego, right? But it's more so saying that I know myself so well to the point that I'm almost a mirror to others. So when I recognize certain things, this is also connected to the Heyoka empath. When I recognize certain things within other people, I'm a conduit. I'm a mirror, right? I see what they may not see within themselves, and they also see something within me that they may not see within themselves. But it's a reflection, right? And this goes into reflections with Fae as well. So it's that kind of thing where it's like I've learned how, when I'm connecting with people, what that mirror is showing to me, but also to them. And sometimes it's not even about me. Sometimes it's just about them. Sometimes there's something triggered with them in them, because I'm also an activator. I'm someone who helps activate people to help them understand who they are on a better level. And this is not just based on, this is more based spiritually, right? Not physically, spiritually, within the spiritual realms, right? It's like me. So an example is, I'm not religious. I grew up religious. I understand religion. I love religion. I have certain tools that I utilize from a multitude of different religions, but I don't claim to be a certain religion or follow a certain guideline within religious terms. But I love religion. I embrace the certain concepts of religion. I understand the interconnectedness of religion, science, philosophy, and just life based on my own experience. Yet I come across a multitude of different types of people, whether they're religious or not, whether they're atheists, whether they're struggling, whether they're rich, whether they're, wherever they're at in life. And so all these people that I've come into contact with, I still activate, no matter based on their lifestyle, their belief, and just who they are. I allow people to see something within themselves that they have not yet seen before, or it's become aware for them They just haven't embraced it and accepted it yet. So it's that kind of thing for me, going back into me recharging, me having this energetic activation, understanding. I need my solitude to be able to understand why I may be activating this person, why I may be connected to this person. And sometimes there's a process to it. Sometimes I don't even recognize it at first. Sometimes, I'm human too, right? We're all understanding and evolving in our own way. At least that's what should be happening. But it's within all that dynamic where it's like I choose to understand this for myself. Now I could just be like, fuck it all, be in the more destructive energy, which I have been, and been like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to think of helping people or just any of this, right? But there comes that aspect of your soul already knows what the fuck you're doing. Your soul, in a sense, has already recognized within yourself that this is what I'm meant to do, even though I don't want to do it, right? The fact I didn't want to come down to the pool, I didn't want to come and just spend time in this beautiful hot tub, which is getting a little too hot for me right now. I need to go to the pool. But basically what I'm trying to say is we get to choose. We get to choose life. We get to choose to do what works for us. Even if we don't necessarily want to do it, we can still choose to become better. We can still choose to, focus on these tools that may not be the easiest tools to utilize, especially when we're going through it. And we may not, sometimes just my brain stops working in mid-sentence. I love it though, because it helps me just pay more attention to what's going on. But we get to choose. We initially get to choose. We get to set boundaries. We get to really adapt to our circumstances and understand ourselves better, because it's let's say I didn't come to the pool. What would I be doing? I don't know. Honestly, that didn't happen. So you really shouldn't be focusing on that. The fact that I'm here creating this video, doing my best to inspire others to help realize that they get to choose. They don't have to do anything. You get to choose. You get to be able to wake up and really create a life for yourself, a reality for yourself. And that's really the basics of it. It's not as deep as we tend to make it, or we can make it, because I can make it very deep. And I'm just a very deep motherfucking person, okay? But the point is, it's we can create it to become simple. And that's what I've done within the years of understanding this for myself, is I've worked on myself enough to get to this point where it's listen, I know if I don't go to the pool today, I'm going to eventually go to the pool, because I do want to go to the pool. I just feel right now I just want to just sit in my bed and not really do anything, because I'm more in my head. I'm more in my negative aspect, energetic aspect of self. And I get to choose to go to the pool. And a part of that was I didn't want to be around people. I was talking myself out because, it's Sunday. More people, kids tend to go to the pool. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be around that. And obviously there's not many people at the pool, which is why I like to go in the mornings. The earlier the better, because usually nobody's here. But when it gets to later times, people start to come. And I absorb that energy no matter what. And yes, I can put a block over me, which I do my best to. But that's something that I'm still learning to adapt to, too, is to be able to not only put this protection energetic and trust my spirit guides that they're helping protect me as well, too. And allowing me to have, not absorb people's energy, but you can only control so much. And what I mean by that is some people just are attracted, there's energy vampires, there's people that just see you, right? And I'm one of those persons that I tend to attract, narcissists, people that are broken, people that are struggling with something. And along with, you know, high vibrational people as well too. So I attract a lot of multiple different energetic souls is the best like wording I can use, because I attract pretty much everybody, and not in a sense of a romantic way, but in a sense of energetically, as in somebody is drawn to me and they may not logically understand why, but they know they want to speak to me, they want to say hi to me. There's something within them telling them, go talk to this person, or they're drawn, right? And so it's that kind of thing where it's like, no matter where you go, whether it's the grocery store, whether it's the pool, whether it's just the gas station, right? It's like that celebrity energy again, which I kind of spoke on yesterday. You have that celebrity energy where it's like people know your face, they know your name, and they know they want to talk to you. And sometimes, you know, that's the reason why celebrities, you know, have to be guarded, or, you know, have that security, right? But there's regular individuals like myself. And I don't, the best word I can use is regular right now, because I know I'm not regular, but in a sense, I'm that soul. I'm that type of energetic soul that people are drawn to. Reasons why I've worked in caregiving, I've worked in firefighting, I've worked in, you know, different job aspects to give back, because I'm a giver. I love giving my energy, but what I didn't understand was if I give too much to people that don't want to return that energetic, I can't think of the word, but don't want to return that energy back, right? It's that give and take. It's like a friendship, a relationship. There's a balance. There's within all that. If those people don't want to return that back, then you lose that energy, and you have to figure out other ways to recharge that. And sometimes that happens, and you adapt to that. You learn that, and that's what I had to learn, and that's why I understand that, listen, when I go and hibernate and I don't either text back, or I don't post, or I'm just not visible to the eye, there's a reason for that, and it's very important. And this is what people are starting to wake up to, starting to realize and recognize. You can't just give your energy out to anybody, right? Because there's people that are also envious, jealous of you, and they just want to take your energy for themselves, and they don't give a fuck about what happens to you. So it's just being mindful of who your friends are, who you're giving to, who, you know, how you're connected to your family. You know, because even coming into this life, your family could be so toxic to where they utilize you as that giver, but they don't nourish you back, right? It's just like feeling your physical vessel. I know recently I haven't been doing that, and so that's another big reason why I've been low on energy, because I haven't been doing the best with refueling my physical vessel with healthier options, right? So it's one of those things to really just understand yourself at a core level, and understanding the many aspects of yourself, the many versions of yourself, because the big thing about becoming a better version of yourself is knowing that I'm not always going to be this version of myself. I'm always evolving. I'm always changing. I'm always getting downloads, insights from spirit, God, whatever, the universe, right? And I'm always adapting to my situations, to people, and that's the beauty of life. I think that's the big message within itself that we need to learn, is the fact that we're always evolving, we're always learning, and we get to choose to evolve. We get to choose to learn. We get to choose to elevate, because we can stay the same, but the world is still moving. People are still evolving. Things are still happening, and we can be stuck in the past and dwell on it, or we can reflect on it, utilize the past as, you know, a reflection, utilize people, utilize just life lessons in our life, whether it's tragedies, whether it's blessings, to really understand who we are at a core level, at a soul level, and understand the many versions of ourselves, which is a fucking beautiful thing and a blessing. I don't even want to look at it as a curse anymore, because that to me just tells me that there's still an aspect of me that doesn't want to be here. There's still that particle, and that's okay, because it's like, yes, there is still that aspect of me, but I want to do my best to evolve from that, change that, and just know that it's a blessing to be here, because for a lot of my life I didn't want to be here. And I'm just grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I chose to come to this pool and be out in this sunlight, even though it was kind of the hardest thing to do, you know, that mentality. But I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well, I'm doing the best I can with the tools that I have, and I'm grateful for that. And I want people to understand that to the best of their ability, because I not only love myself, but I love the people around me and in this world. And as hard as that may sound to say, I deeply mean it within all my heart, within all my soul. And no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Even if it doesn't feel like it, it's gonna be okay. A white butterfly just came in front of me. It's that purification, baby. It's that understanding that everything happens for a reason, even if you don't like it, even if it feels so hard. You're blessed, you're abundant, and you will get through this. I love you. Namaste. Amen. Ashe.